As you can see, there's a lot of people. It's a very popular boat.
Hi everyone, we're here at the XS stand and we're just with Sales Director Cosmas, and we're just going to get first impression of seeing the 13 from me whilst we get a little bit of info from Cosmas.
And really what I always like to tell people about the XS13 is it's a accumulation of all of the improvements from the 11 and of the 14, with all of the best ideas coming together to really create this little beauty that we're about to step on board. On the 13 it's quite unique. We've got this aft platform here, so when you arrive in the harbor you can drop it down, have easy access to the pontoon, and once you set off sailing you just close it up and you'll feel more secure inside, less things will fall off when you're going so fast. New little hat for our screens, keeps them nice and cool, UV protected, also a bit easier to see. These new little sort of wind scoops, can you guess, James, what they're for?
Just drawing a bit of air in there while you're cruising along.
Exactly right, mate. So, and even more effective is when you're at anchor, because when you're at anchor the boat goes head to wind.
Yeah, of course.
And so in the cockpit here, it sometimes tends to get a bit stuffy.
Yep.
So by opening these up, which are just magnetic, you just flush a little bit of fresh air into the cockpit. It's really quite nice.
What a great idea.
On the coach roof, you'll notice that it's slightly recessed, because if we were to put rigid solar panels, we want the aesthetic of the boat to remain very sleek. But a second function is our water catchment system. All of the rain which comes down onto the mainsail, onto the coach roof, will be flushed all the way down here into a little catchment, and it's got its own individual water tank under here. Plug it to the deck wash pump, wash the boat with it. And when it comes to the reefing lines, it's really the details. One reefing point, you have 1 dot of orange. For the 2 reefing points, you have 2, and for 3 reefing points, 3. Pretty convenient when you're at the back. You've got all the lines sort of intertwined. You can very quickly find which rope is the right one to pull on. 90% of people go for the stairs just because it's so nice to have good access up to the coach roof. But yeah, and on the 13 we've also got the option for the Sky Lounge. Here at anchor you move the boom over with the Traveller and then you have all the space there. We've kept the same length bowsprit as on the 14, just because on the 13 we're really pushing the sail area to weight ratio further and further. The boat with Code Zero, the lines on this boat are even more aggressive. Something really in the details. At night time, when you put light on them, they reflect. So it's quite a cool little thing, you know, when you go forward with your headlamp. Well, a lot of our owners love to do water sports. So basically you could throw in your wetsuit, you could throw in whatever gear you're using and flush it down with the hose there, and then it'll be self-draining and drying.
And it's in a really convenient spot, so you haven't made your way through the boat.
We're really always about listening to our owners and feedback. So in here we've got just a little bit of storage, but we're really open to the idea of putting something else in here, whether it's like for instance a dive compressor. Wine fridge, a very convenient location. Well thought, Jenny. Yeah. All right, let's jump inside.